Okay, so today we're going to talk about fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia is just now starting to gain some traction and being accepted and recognized as being a valid condition. For people experiencing fibromyalgia, it can be an absolutely devastatingly frustrating experience. So basically, fibromyalgia is pain in the body that feels like muscle or nerve pain that is really has no identifiable cause. Well, that's not true. We'll get to that in a minute. But it has no identifiable tests that you can give to test for it. When you do tests on the muscles and the nerves, they come back as normal. Fibromyalgia manifests differently for different people because basically it's a diagnosis of exclusion. When all the tests say there's nothing there, providers go, well, it's fibromyalgia. We understand that fibromyalgia is a systematic inflammation in the body. So there are things that can amplify that or decrease that to some degree. But other things like weather, the barometric pressure, the temperature, sleep, whether you've had adequate hydration, all those things can affect it. I personally have not had a day where I did not have pain in my body since 2017. Fibromyalgia is called an invisible disease because to look at people, they look fine on the outside, and because you don't have the option of not going to work when you hurt because you hurt all the time, you have to learn to live with it and adapt to living with pain at a level that most people that don't have a chronic condition actually really cannot imagine. Just can't imagine it. The medical community now is accepting that fibromyalgia is usually caused by your body's inability to get out of fight or flight. So you have things that happen or traumas or things that make your body hyper aware of things, and so it's always on alert. So the normal cycle is something happens, it scares you, your body goes into fight or flight, and then it goes away and it stops, and your body closes that cycle and comes back to just rest. And people with fibromyalgia, they never get that cycle closed, so their body never comes back to a point of rest. And if you think just about your day to day, everything that happens, good, bad, just little things, something falls in your house and, oh, what's that? Or your dog barks, what's that? All these little things are little events that happen that are mini traumas to your life. And the normal response is just to complete that cycle and close it and move on. So after a lifetime of abuse, which started in my childhood with my mother and was perpetuated by bullies my whole life and by the many people that sexually abused me, and then by myself, I was the worst abuser I had. And so that perpetrates more stress, more trauma, and your body can't handle it. And so basically it fries and it just always stays in fight or flight. It always is alerting you that something's the matter. I hear stories from other people with fibromyalgia who have symptoms that present differently. And so my intuition tells me that fibromyalgia isn't exactly the same, because it is one of those things where the science runs out of knowledge, so that's the diagnosis, but it doesn't actually mean certain things. It's more of a we're just going to put everything we don't understand over there.